if this is your first time ever watching Gifted Guitars, welcome, and if it's not, welcome back. Today we are going to be building a West Side Story guitar. This is the first video in this series for this guitar. I'm very excited about it, and I am building it for Rachel Zegler. Some of you may know her from YouTube and from Twitter. She has been following our family for a long time, and we've interacted a little bit in the YouTube comments on Twitter and on Instagram. She is super talented. My whole family loves watching her videos and hearing her sing. She's super talented. She is going to be in the new West Side Story movie, which is directed by Steven Spielberg. Very excited for her. Anyway, my wife and I love West Side Story. We love musicals. We love movies. We love Steven Spielberg movies. And we're just so excited for Rachel. So we're going to build her a guitar today. This is gonna be a fun build. Very pretty guitar that I have in my head. I'm excited to make it happen. If you are new to this channel, I am very interested in learning how to build guitars. I have a passion for guitars. I really enjoy playing them, looking at them, building them, taking them apart, putting them back together, working on them. I really like guitars, and I started this channel so that I could train myself and learn as much as I could about building guitars. A lot of the guitars that I've built in the past have been from kits, and there have been some other guitars that I've built from parts and even from like just chunks of wood that I've carved into interesting shapes, like a bow for JoJo or a chicken for my mom. Today's build is going to be a guitar kit, but a very special guitar kit. This is a type of guitar I have not tried to build yet, and I anticipate it being a little bit more challenging than my previous guitars, and you'll see why as I go through this, but I am really excited about it. It's one of my favorite style guitars. The last guitar that I built was for my brother-in-law Eric, and I was really impressed with the kit that I got for his guitar, and I got it from a company called StewMac. I've gotten a lot of tools from them over the years, so I decided for Rachel's guitar, she again is someone who knows how to play guitar, which I haven't done very many guitars for people that know how to play guitar, so I want to make sure that this is a good one. So I ordered this kit here, and this is the biggest kit guitar box that I've ever gotten. This is a very large box. I'm excited to break into it, and as you can see, this is one of two packages that I got in this order, so I'm going to open up the other package as well, which means I will be going through some new tools, some things that I'm excited about for guitar building, but at the end of the video, I will be going over exactly what my plans are for this guitar. There isn't going to be a designing episode in this particular series because I've already planned out what I'm doing with the guitar. I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to show it to you. Let's crack this open. Let's take a look at what's inside. This box is so big it barely fits on the table here. As you can see, this is a 335 style guitar kit. The 335 is a semi-hollow body guitar, which I've never done a hollow body guitar before. So that's one of the reasons I'm excited about this. And I chose this guitar because this style guitar was very prominent in the time period when the West Side Story storyline takes place. So I thought it was very fitting. So let's open it up. I love the StewMac packaging. Like, this is exciting. This is an exciting thing. Okay. Beautiful carved, like this, the curve on here is beautiful. I'm gonna put it up so you can kind of see how it has like a curve to it here. Beautiful binding on both sides. And then, oh, look at that top. So I personally think that these are some of the most beautiful guitars, these 335 style. I'm gonna explain some of the different components of it and explain why it's such a cool guitar. First off, this is a big guitar, but it's very light. It's very lightweight, and that's because primarily it's hollow. How this is constructed is there is a block of wood running down the guitar right here, and it's usually mahogany. You can see it right here. On either side of that are just these kind of wings, basically, that are hollow. They have these F-holes in them. One thing that I know is going to be challenging just by looking at this right now is that On other guitars, you take off the pick guard and there's full access to all the cavities and you can do all of your electrical work there. Some guitars also have things on the back, these kind of panels that come off, and then you can do all the electrical work. But as you can see, they didn't want to mess with this beautiful arched back design here, and there isn't any pick guard. So the only way to actually do your electrical work is through these F holes and the holes that are in the guitar. So I will have to be very careful and try and figure out, like, how am I gonna screw something in way over here when my only access point is like up here. It's gonna be, I'm gonna have to feed it. I gotta figure it out. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this, but that is a challenge that I'm looking forward to. As with the last guitar that I worked on, this one also has a veneer on it, which means that the wood looks really fancy on the top here, but it's really paper thin. The construction of it is still solid and it's a good guitar, it'll sound great, but to make it look even nicer, they put this veneer over the top of it. And you can kind of see, let's see if I can, if the lighting hits it right, you can kind of see that, there we go. You see how it's kind of got those tiger stripes there? Hopefully I'll be able to stain the front of this guitar in such a way that that really dances when it hits the light. I love the double binding. This plastic that's here, that's running around the guitar, is so cool. I love the grain in here. I don't think that's not a veneer. That's just how the wood is, and I just love that. It looks so cool. This is gonna be a really cool guitar. I'm very excited about what this is gonna do. Here we have our instructions on how to build the guitar. These kits come with really, really nice instructions, color photographs. This video is not sponsored by Stu Mac in any way. I bought this with my own money, but I'm just really impressed with this. Like, it's a little more pricey than other guitar kits online, but if you are going to build a guitar kit, starting here might actually be a better idea for you, because you'll actually get really good instructions on how to put this all together. So anyway, let's move on to the neck. Okay, beautiful rosewood right here, truss rod right here, and we have a flame maple veneer on here as well, so that's gonna match with this. And let's just really quick put these together, these two pieces, just to see how it fits. It's a nice snug fit. Yeah, that is a cool guitar. Let's see what's in this little box. I think these are gonna be the tuners. Yes. So these are the tuners. These go up here on this part of the guitar, and this is what allows you to tune the guitar, tighten or loosen the strings. All right, let's move this out of the way so we can see what's in this package. Don't know what that is? This is a humbucker pickup, and this particular guitar has two different pickups, and they go on different areas of the string and pick up different types of vibrations, so each of these will have a different tone to them. This is our bridge. This is going to hold the strings into position, and then this is the tailpiece. So the strings will go from those knobs I was showing you before, the tuners, down the neck of the guitar, over these pickups, over this piece here, called the bridge, and then through the tailpiece and be held into place on the guitar with this. We've got another one of these. Okay, this is the switch, and what this will allow us to do is choose whether we're using one pickup, the other pickup, or both pickups at the same time. A lot of nuts, locking washers and nuts. Those are gonna come in handy, putting things like the switch into place. This is the jack. This is what plugs the guitar into the amplifier. So this is the bulk of the electrical stuff. I'm glad that these are already pre-wired. I will have to do a lot of soldering to get everything connected, but this stuff is kind of the most tricky soldering out of the whole build, and it's already done for me, which is really nice. These are strap buttons. They'll hold the strap onto the guitar. This is a cover plate for the truss rod access, and these are the knobs that go onto these potentiometers. They're the nice comfortable knobs with all the numbers on them, and this is to adjust the truss rod, and then it also came with some string. Musicians like B.B. King, Chuck Berry, the Beatles, Eric Clapton, all at one time or other played this style guitar, and it's actually the style guitar that Marty McFly uses at the end of Back to the Future. A little trivia there. Anyway, it's classic. It fits the theme, I feel, of this movie. I'm gonna put a little bit of a modern spin on it. I'm not gonna do it up the same way that it typically is done. I'm gonna give it a very interesting paint job and hopefully make a very unique guitar for Rachel. Like I said before, I actually ordered a few more things from Stu Max, so I've got second box, 2 of 2, and I want to open it up and see what's inside of it because a lot of it's going to be used on this guitar, and I kind of forgot what I ordered. So, so let's take a look. It'll be a surprise for all of us. Lacquer. Gloss black, clear gloss, vintage white. Oh, excellent. I needed some more of these. These I use for polishing fretboards. They can also be used on the body of the guitar. I use these on every single build. Look at the color difference between this one and this one in the bag. This started out this color. So it's about time I replace these. The multiple puller tool. So this will work on a variety of things on the guitar. Basically, you take this part and you kind of like slide it under the tone knob or the bridge pull pieces, and then you screw this, and as you screw it, it pulls up. This padded part will go up against the guitar, and as this goes up, the guitar will stay here and it'll pull up the item that I'm trying to get off of the guitar. I could have used this on JoJo's guitar, I could have used it on Eric's guitar, I could have used it on Rachel's guitar. This is something that I wish I had had on all of those builds, and now I've got it for this build and for all the builds in the future. This is very cool. This is a very precise gauge. You put this on the strings of the guitar up near the nut, the top of the guitar, this part up here, and it tells you how far away the strings are from the fretboard. It allows you to set to the like 100th of a millimeter how far away from the frets the strings are. In the past, I've had to do this a very meticulous process of filing the nut of the guitar, putting the strings in, putting a cap on the strings, and then using these feeler gauges to feel and eyeball and see how far away each string is from the frets. This has a digital readout, so when I put it on, it'll tell me exactly how far away it is, and I will be able to very accurately create a guitar that feels exactly the way that I want it to feel. And I'm so happy to have this for Rachel's guitar because, as I said before, she actually plays the guitar. So I want it to feel and respond exactly how a guitar should, and not only how a guitar should, but how a good guitar should. So hopefully I can really make this guitar something special, something that's fun to play, and something that's inspiring. That's the most exciting thing to me about these guitar builds, is actually gifting the guitars to the people and having it become a part of their life. I just think that's super cool. Can you hear the sand in there? This is a dead blow hammer. It has brass on the end here and sand inside of it. The sand goes to the end of the hammer on impact, and it reduces the chance of the hammer bouncing off of what you're working on and hitting it a second time. It basically creates a dead blow. That's why it's called a dead blow hammer. I've needed one of these, haven't had one yet, and I thought, I'll add one to the order. In previous episodes, I have hand-drawn a bunch of different designs and tried to figure out exactly what's gonna go onto these guitars. One guitar that I didn't do a whole lot of hand drawing for, but I did plan it out extensively, was the first guitar I ever did, which was for my sister Colleen. She was in a musical as well, not in the theaters, but on Broadway, and that was the musical Waitress, which has a pie theme, and so I gave my sister a pie-themed guitar. And what I did is I took her style of guitar, cut it out in Photoshop, and tried different textures and photographs and design elements into the guitar. And that's what I've done for Rachel's guitar. I knew I was going to use the 335. I feel like it's a good fit for this musical. I messed around with the classic West Side Story theme, the old movie posters, the old Broadway posters, tried to create something that looked really cool with that. And then the trailer dropped, and I saw that this musical is going to be something special. It looks like classic Spielberg. It looks so cool. I can't wait to watch the movie. Just the opening shot is this sort of dawn, the beginning of a day in the city, and the brownstone buildings with the sky and that contrast, and it was just so pretty. And I realized this guitar has to match that. There's only so much of the movie that I've been able to see so far through that trailer, and just that was so iconic and beautiful, and it really inspired me to change what I'm going to do on this guitar. So on the front of the guitar, my plan is to do a stain of the sky, the morning sky, with the skyline down here, looking up through some buildings at the beautiful sky. I think if I don't stain this, I'm gonna be wasting this beautiful maple veneer that's on here. So this side's just gonna be this beautiful, hopeful side of the guitar. And then the back of the guitar is going to utilize the new text, the new West Side Story font that Spielberg is using for his movie. It's black and white, it's on bricks, it's gritty. I just love the duality of that, the idea of this having that sort of dark, gritty city feel to it. And then on the other side, sort of the hopefulness that you feel in a city. When you go to New York, there are those two kind of contrasting sides. There's sort of a gritty city feel to it, but there's also this like optimism, this hope, this camaraderie that exists in the city. And I feel like that's a theme throughout this movie, throughout this story. And so to have a guitar that has that duality, I think it's gonna be really cool. I don't know, I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be a really neat looking, meaningful homage to the movie. And also be a pretty guitar that you can hang up somewhere and be proud of. It is, without a doubt, the most ambitious painting project and staining, because it's gonna employ staining, painting, lacquer, masking, printing. It's just tons of different things, different elements need to come together in order for this to work. I know what I want to do. I've photoshopped it, I've seen it. I just don't know how to do it yet. So next week you'll see me figure out how I'm going to pull this off, because I will start the painting process next week, which is a super fun process on all of these builds. You're not gonna wanna miss it, so make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. The bell icon is turned on. And let me know in the comment section, are you excited about the new West Side Story that's coming out? And what's your favorite song from West Side Story? If you're a fan of that musical and the classic movie, what's your favorite song? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like the video, that really helps out a lot. And thanks so much for watching today. You guys are amazing, and I will see you next week.